September 9th, 9:52 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I guess this is it.
It is indeed.
One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look! Oh, Edgeworth.
Yeah, hello, Edgy. I know, we're technically now the defendant, but still.
Yes. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me.
I mean, thank you for letting us know, but, still.
Yeah, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out.
Not a wrong statement.
There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent.
That is a wrong statement. At least, as we will find out, Edgeworth has his reasons for feeling the way he does. Let's just say there's a lot of trauma involved.
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What?
Normally, it's a terrible idea to defend yourself. And most lawyers would advise you against it. However, this is Phoenix Wright, and he is slightly delulu, but also he is exceptionally lucky, while at the same time being exceptionally unlucky.
Mm-hmm. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself, as delulu as that sounds. Is it because you're... It's very hard to remain impartial and objective when you're defending yourself?
I mean, effectively, yes. I think part of it is that you can't remain entirely impartial. The other part of it is that the majority of people who are, on trial for murder aren't lawyers and aren't experts in the law. Therefore, they are going to be terrible at getting to the bottom. We want to raise an objection. That's an important thing to do first.
That's what lawyers do, yes.
But yes, most people do not know enough law and do not know enough about how trials work to be able to properly defend themselves. Obviously, there will be exceptions to that rule, but do not ever think that you are the exception, because you 99.9% are not.
Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. What happened to your accent, Edgeworth? Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my... Please get on with it. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? That has something to do with words.
Yes, it does. I mean, specifically, locutions...
See, it comes from elocution. We don't need to look up the fucking definition of elocution, Richie.
It's words or phrase, so it's specifically idioms is sort of really what it's looking at.
That would be a negatory. No, I did not know the victim.
Something that I do find hilarious with Red White is that obviously this is the Red Whites that we all know and love to hate. When they adapted Ace Attorney for the film, Gyakuten Saiban, The adaptation of Red White was an interesting one, let's put it that way. Whereas every other character was very faithful in their ridiculous outfits. They took this pink crazed man and put him in the most hideous black bob of a wig, gave him sunglasses, a black trench coat. He did have a pink shirt, but it was basically mostly black. And I get the point that obviously they were trying to make him look like a proper villain, but it was just like, yeah, that's not what that character looks like.
Needless to say, I don't know how to respond to that. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. Her gasps were flabbered, and her boobs were similarly. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then, it was all over. A phenomenal testimony. I see nothing wrong with it. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Do you think the judge was on the take in this particular court thing? You mean a trial?
Don't know whether he was on the take, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me if he was some form of compromised.
I wasn't trying to make a Simpsons joke there, I just literally forgot what the word trial meant. Jesus, alright, let's go through these. Yeah, that's about correct.
I believe we want to press when he mentions her running.
You got it. Looked at the building. It was then that I saw him, a spiky-haired man. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Wait a minute. We've been in that office multiple times, and I feel like that's impossible to make that maneuver.
Well, yes, but also it is directly contradictory.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left, and you gave chase?
Because a certain Miss May said something very, very different.
She ran to the right. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. As you can see, I flipped the picture. Oh, ho ho! It is simple. You have misheard her.
No, we have it written down. It's the only thing that didn't get stricken.
The killer was here. And the victim, here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. Maybe she wanted Charlie to protect her?
I mean, I would go to Charlie for all the protection in the world.
Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did.
Well, funny that.
Yeah, I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left.
We know that he witnessed the killing because we know he was the murderer, therefore...
Yes. Yes, Your Honour? Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
We can, both are right.
Yes, it's all a matter of perspective. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. Once again, where has your accent gone? Whatever. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
Well...
In the law offices of Fay & Co. More specifically, he was standing here.
Let's put a nice little spot on that red K.
Oh, it's your special K, Mr. Man. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste.
Not a joke.
That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Exactly what we said.
Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho, 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 ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something.
Oh, yield.
It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologise. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck, you can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
Yes, and lies beget more lies.
They do indeed. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
Funny that. I think we've got evidence to say we did not hit her twice. Well, obviously we didn't hit her twice, but certainly she was not hit twice.
Exactly. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. You bet your sweet puppy. Right, the rest of this is chaff, so let's just go directly to the final statement.
Yes. That. We have her autopsy report. It's a single blow.
Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What you saw could not have occurred. Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Absolutely not.
Hell nah. We're on a roll here. Don't stop the right train, baby. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away.
Oh, good. The crowd's on our side. This feels relatively unusual, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought there were just mannequins in the gallery. Mr. White? Oh, okay. He seems very meek all of a sudden. Yeah, that's karma for you, buddy. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. The next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left, don't worry, I caught it as well. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap! Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over.
It is indeed. We've got a little bit more to go, but it is nearly done, and you are nearly done, Mr. Redwhite.
Indeed. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall.
Let's prod that a little bit.
You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? The last light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as odd?
Very odd.
Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the last light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect it. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course.
I think we have a bit of evidence for this.
Broken beyond all recognition.
No, it is the floor plans.
Are you sure about that?
Very much so.
Are you absolutely sure it's the floor plans?
Yes.
Because the guide here says glass shards.
Oh, interesting. This one says floor plans. I think you might be able to use both.
Let's have a look. Just making sure we get all this right, chat. Let us know if you can actually use the floor plans there, because I can see logic for both pieces of evidence. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. And also, if it was still in one piece, it would be out of view if you looked from the hotel's window.
Exactly.
Answer the question. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked. Correct. That would be no problemo, right?
Big problemo.
Major problem. There's a big problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the last light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct. That is so. It is conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over.
Because of the floor plans.
And now we present those floor plans. Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you will be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity! Is that the final level of Sonic Colors? Never mind. You could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell, either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen it from is inside the Fey law offices.
Exactly.
In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Ooh, good lord, that was a face.
Yeah, I can see why he's in, sexual cahoots with Miss May. They're both psychopaths.
Exactly.
Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Miss Mia. Heh. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. Objection! That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. I'm not...
oh, God.
No, don't play the corner music at me. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Oh. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Also Larry, if you're here. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like where this is going.
And the thing is this happens regularly to Nick.
He orders his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law officers of Miss Fay. What does that have to do... Your Honour? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't.
He would.
Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law officers. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Please explain to the court what this all means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honour. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I mean, yes.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright theory is revealed from the baseless conjecture it is.
God damn it.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Naturally. Ahem, leave it to me. I feel faint. We're so close, Richie.
We are so close. Sadly, we don't currently really have any evidence that can break any of this, I think.
Like, we have the wiretap, but that's it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to press everything.
I will ring you like a fucking juicer machine. Also known as a juicer. So you saw the stand before the night of the... Shut up. You saw it before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound? Correct. That is right. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Gah. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. It's only your life on the line. Oh, wait, no. It's my life on the line now. Oh, God. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the detail of Miss Fay's phone conversation.
Drat.
This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices.
Hold it!
Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices.
Drat.
Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honour. Blue Court is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality by breaking and entering.
I know.
That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. It was the beginning of September.
And now we're just going to have to just go through straight to the end. There's nothing left to press.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright.
Yes, we don't have anything left.
You fought honourably. No more. I can't take this anymore. I'm coming, Mia. Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honour. Phoenix!
Eh?
Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Oh god.
He's having visions.
I really have got doolally. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating.
I mean, the trial's not quite over yet.
I'm seeing ghosts.
We're still hallucinating, but it's fine.
Hey, Phoenix! Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Oh. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers?
Mm-hmm.
This is physically altering the body, Mia.
Yes, I mean, it's very, very visibly altering the body. It's kind of surprising that nobody else can see what's quite going on here, but
yeah.
There we go. We will take it. This is very useful because it means that, you know, Mia can give us the deets.
But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front?
Yes, we just need to turn around our thinking.
Yes. It looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000, wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th? September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. I'll deal with this whole thing of ghosts being real after we're done here.
It is quite a major thing to have to contend with. It's just like we've been living in this slightly bombastic but still relatively realistic world of court.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, supernatural phenomena is real. Haha.
That's why it's real funny in Layton versus Phoenix Wright, where right up until the end, you think it's supernatural, but then there's a rational explanation.
Yeah, which is very much in the Layton vein.
Because let's be real here, just to go off on a tangent for a second, that is a Layton game that happens to guest star Phoenix Wright.
Yes, very much so, but also it is a wonderful title and I would love to have a sequel.
Absolutely. One of the best versions of Cornered in the whole series.
Oh, without a doubt.
Please, give me one more chance. This is the last time I'll ask you.
I mean, last time we'll ask this case, but...
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, Let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Again.
Alright. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Faenco law offices.
Next. Next.
That is when I saw this last lie stand.
I think we have a bit of evidence, don't you?
Now again, the guide here says it's the first statement.
I suppose you have got the option for both of them.
Yeah, I think it's fairly open-ended here.
Yes, I think you have choices on some of these.
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Waha, you're grasping. I think not. Listen to the music and then look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honour, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
It's very, illuminating, shall we say.
Ah, nice. At last light stand. And the day of the purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Faenco law offices at the beginning of September, which you did not remember, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White? Sorry, I didn't feel like vocalizing that. No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it.
Yes, he's making up more and more words.
Well, Your Honour, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. I love when the cornered theme kicks back in.
So effective.
Oh wait, I forgot, it's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry?
Yeah, no, we need to object to this right here and now, because, yes, quite right, it could be another one of these updated autopsy reports.
This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad.
Object!
Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. Well, at least we didn't get penalised for that.
That's true.
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honour, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Gah! The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix, read this note out loud. What's this? Memo received.
Bit of our own, just evidence just plucked out of thin air, but we'll take it.
Hey, they're not going to believe us if we say a ghost gave it us, so I think we're in the clear.
That is true.
Mia's memo. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How? How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the finger. Case closed, Your Honor. You should seem cheeky, Phoenix. You were this close to getting the rope. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Literally.
Yes, I mean, his life was on the line, so...
If only you knew how spirit-ed it was. This court finds the defense. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Not guilty. They just didn't bother to make a back sprite of Phoenix shit. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:22 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh boy, we nearly hit the gallows there, Rich, but thanks to a ghost, we made it through.
Yes, I mean, hopefully, you know, she'll come back and help us quite a bit, because I mean, it's quite nice to have Mia back.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I didn't think we'd see her ever again, considering she died.
If it was any other game, that would just be a likeable character that just got instantly offed.
Yeah, and hilariously, this case was meant to be the first case of the game.
Really? Oh no, you needed that first one just to...
They realised they needed to give you a little bit more time to, one, spend with Mia, but also a shorter case because this was far too long to be your introduction into the game.
Absolutely.
As fantastic as it is.
Hee I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say 9? What's your fascination with that time? You get killed once and you never shut up about it. September 9th, 9:02 PM, Fay&Co Law Offices.
Nick, you're late.
Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kinda worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Wah! You should see your face. Mia! What are you talking about? Yeah, best theme!
Oh, I do. I love this theme so much. It's wonderful.
Now, is this called Maya's theme, or is it just Turnabout Sisters?
I think it's Turnabout Sisters, but it is Maya's theme, and I love every time it turns up. I think especially the version that is in Trials and Tribulations. That version's gorgeous.
Oh, man. Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of her? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law officers, right? And who better but me? Maya Fay, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here. What's the dealio? Too casual, Maya. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law officers, it's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. This makes me want to take on another apprentice and adopt a daughter.
Yeah, and then take on another apprentice as well after that.
Good luck, Phoenix. Don't bring out your stab. That's very unprofessional in the middle of a business arrangement. My stand, ghost trick. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. This is very funny when we get to Apollo Justice. I'll leave that there for now. And there we go, folks. That is the end of Turnabout Sisters. Who, like Richie said, bit of a long one, but Mia's back. Maya is now our partner, and that fucker, Mr. Red, White of Blue Core, is rotting in jail. Hopefully, they took his rings from him. Let's see how he survives without his bling. Any closing statements, Mr. Mia? Sorry, I need to give you a proper name.
I mean, okay, I'll take Mr. Mia for now. That is effectively my role throughout this commentary. Join us next time when we get some epic fights.